This video is going to cover downloading Airbox systems from the App Store, as well as going through some of the initial features that will help the end user get set up and aware of their team that are online. So the first step is going to be downloading Airbox systems from the App Store. Now, we're downloading from an iOS device, but the same would work if you were downloading from Google Play for an Android device. So we'll search Airbox systems first. There'll be two different versions that you can download. The one you'll see here called Airbox Track. We'll ignore that one for now and come back to that in a later video. But the Airbox Navigation and specifically Mosaic is what you're going to look to download. Once that's been downloaded, it will show up on your home screen as an application, and then you'll be prompted with a username and password that will be provided to you by your account manager. The next screen that you'll see are the available downloads. These are downloads you can choose to accept. Some of them will be preloaded with your standard loadout, and some of them may be extra. Let's say, for instance, that we want to add the vessel tracking feature in here. We will add that as the download and hit continue, and then that's going to then bring us to our main screen. You'll hit the disclaimer and agree to that, and as well have the option to choose an alias and location permissions as well. Sometimes when you download the app for the first time, you may get a pixelated image of a map in the background. How you'll fix that is to go into the map section here and then select satellite, and then you'll have a similar view to what we have now. You have some documents that will be downloaded, so your timeline may bump back and forth as those documents are downloaded, and we'll come back to that feature a little bit more here in a little bit. The first feature you'll see here is the bookmark section. This is where you can add bookmarks to different areas of operation. So for instance, if I wanted to bookmark this area here, I can create bookmark, add bookmark. Let's call this site 1 for ease, hit OK. If I need to create another bookmark, let's say this area here, I can do that, add bookmark, and then we'll call this site 2. Now it makes it very easy to toggle between the two different bookmarks. So if I have teams operating in this area, it makes it very simple to do that. The timeline, you can see here, this is where most of your communications will happen. If I need to send a message out to the team, that can be done, and it can also be promoted. But right now, that's filling up with all the downloads that you'll see whenever you're initiating the system. Also here, connected users. So if I have any users that are online, they'll appear in green, and if they're offline, they'll appear in red. So let's say I'm looking for QRF3. I can select view, and it brings me right to the location there. I can choose to navigate to or navigate to with auto update, and I'll get a route to that individual. We'll come back to that later. The other feature here is the live stream video. So any of your users that may have the app that are sending live video, that can be provided just like here. We'll say I've started it with a cell phone here with GDS09, and now I can select that and get an image of whatever GDS09 is looking at. So I can track my team and get live streamed videos as well. Once that video has stopped, it will sit in the recorded video section for further analysis or after action review. And then finally, we'll have checklist here. Since we're at an airport, we're going to use the engine start checklist for an aircraft, but this could be any checklist that you create. That's really done here in the add or edit checklist, but let's just use the pre-flight engine start as the example. You can see here that as you go from section to section, it goes from red to green. I can put the checklist away, and then I can come back to that checklist and continue to complete it. And then once that's done, it's going to send an alert to the entire team that checklist has been created or completed. And then I can promote that as well so that people see that the checklist has been completed. Okay, that concludes today's video. So that gets you from the App Store download, some of the mission tabs on the left, In future videos, we'll come back to some of the features to dig in a little bit more, but hopefully that gets you up and started. One more thing to mention, if you have any issues looking for routes, overlays, or different maps, those will sit in the layering feature on the bottom right.